Good evening and welcome to your Wednesday virtual pub quiz with NYC Trivia League and Quiz Night America. My name is Meredith. I'm going to be your host here tonight. Welcome, one and all. I missed you very much last week. Good to be back. Great to have you here. Come get signed up for this evening's game by coming to this website that is quiz.nyctrivialeague.com. Once you get to the site, you're going to notice we're looking for a few basic sign-up details from you, which includes a team name followed by an email address. And lastly, we're going to ask you whether you are or are not a part of the league. Whatever your league status may be it signed up for the league or playing casually here tonight, we welcome you to participate in the game. Simply let us know which category you fall under. That way, if you are in the league, we can make sure to keep track of your score for this evening. Here's what we're doing tonight. We are going to be playing 4 rounds of trivia. Our first 3 categories are question and answer style rounds, and our fourth and final theme of the night is a picture round. So clearly that means the majority of this game is made up of question and answer style rounds. And here's how that's going to flow for us. I'm going to ask you a question out loud. As I ask that question, it will pop up in text directly on your virtual answer sheet at quiz.nyctrivialeague.com, meaning you're going to be able to see the questions as I ask them. Some of those questions may have multiple choice options, but you're going to find the vast majority of the questions this evening are short answer in their structure. It is your goal then to enter in the response that you believe to be correct, and then to click the button that says submit answers before your 20-second countdown timer expires. Yes, there is a countdown timer that accompanies each of the questions in these first 3 rounds of the game. So keep an eye out for it and make sure you always click submit answers before it's too late. Imagine a scenario in which you've entered in a response and you realize it's not correct. I think I do know what it is. You are welcome to go ahead and update your answer. Just make sure that you click submit answers again before the timer expires so that we have your most up-to-date response on our end. Additionally, if you've entered in an answer and there's a spelling error, that's not a huge deal. I am able to see what you've put as your responses, and I'll do my very best to make sure that if you deserve to get a point, you get that point. If you're just joining us, hi there and welcome. My name is Meredith. I'm going to be your trivia host this evening. Thank you so much for being here. Missed you all with last week having that off. I hope you found some fun way to fill that time, and I'm very grateful for you for being here this evening. Get signed up for tonight's game. This is the website to come to, quiz.nyctrivialeague.com. Once you get there, please enter in a team name, followed by an email address, and lastly, let me know. Are you in the league? Are you not in the league? Oh, let's see how things are going in the league thus far in season 64. After 4 weeks of this season, we've got We Drink and We Know Things in the top spot. A bunch of ties going on right now. Swearwolves rounding out that 10th spot. And you can see a full list of our standings by heading on over to nyctrivialeague.com/standings. Makes sense. It's appropriately named. Go see what's happening in season 64 thus far. And if you don't see your team name over there, please feel free to get signed up here tonight. We welcome new teams in the league mid-season. Also, you don't have to be in the league. It can be super casual. We're just happy that you're here to play with us here tonight. Come on over to quiz.nyctrivialeague.com to get signed up for the game. That is your fully interactive digital answer sheet. Once we get through those first 3 categories of the game, we are going to close out the quiz with a picture round. The picture round is structured differently than our first 3 topics of the evening. So stay tuned. I'll fill you in on exactly how that's going to work when we get to that point of the night. Before we get into our first round of the game, I do have 2 simple rules that I kindly ask that you all follow. Our first rule, and the most important rule, of trivia. There is no cheating in trivia. Please don't cheat. That means looking the answers up in any way, shape, or form. Rule number two, please refrain from giving away the answers in the chat. Always a pleasure hearing from you all in the chat. Keep that conversation flowing over there. Just refrain from spoiling things for others. Thank you very much. And with that, we're going to dive into our first round of the evening. This is your last opportunity to get signed up before the game has begun. So come on down to quiz.nyctrivialeague.com, enter in a team name, an email address, let us know if you are or are not a part of the league, and you will be joining these 34 illustrious trivia teams from New York City and around the world. From our first team to get signed up here tonight, a hearty welcome to Mary Kate and Ashtray, down to our most recent team to join us, Jojo Sliwa. Hello. Good luck on this evening's game to those two teams and every team in between. Our first category of the evening, we are talking all about it's a heist. It's a heist. Round one, question number one. Jewels have been stolen from France's Louvre Museum, worth an estimated $102 million. The heist took place in a gallery at the Louvre named for what sun god, with whom Louis XIV closely identified? That heist took place in the Apollo Gallery. Apollo, your correct answer for number one. Wild times. That news story is just very interesting, straight out of a movie. Question two. The Heist was the 2012 debut album from hip hop duo Macklemore and whom? The Heist, the debut album from rap duo Macklemore and Ryan Lewis is your correct answer. 56% of you getting that one correct. Question number three, fill in the blank. In Avengers Endgame, the Avengers plan a mission to time travel through the multiverse and retrieve the Infinity Stones, a mission that Scott Lang dubs a blank heist. Scott Lang, aka Ant-Man, calls it a time heist. A time heist. We're going up in percentages here. 62% got that one right. Let's see how you do on question 4. It's a heist, is the topic. The Lufthansa bank heist of 1978 that took place at what airport is one of the main plot points in Martin Scorsese's Goodfellas? Name that airport. The Lufthansa bank heist of 1978 took place at John F. Kennedy International Airport, JFK. Your correct answer for number 4. Question 5. In 1990, at the Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum in Boston, two men dressed as police officers stole 13 works of art, including two paintings by what Dutch artist of the Night Watch? Artist of the Night Watch, two of his paintings stolen. It's Rembrandt. Your correct answer for number 5. Question number 6. What Netflix heist series starring Giancarlo Esposito was designed to be watched in any order, with each episode being named for a color, together making up the title object? Cool concept for a show. I haven't watched it, but I'm curious about it. Apparently, there's a specific episode you're supposed to start with, and then from there, choose your own adventure. It is called Kaleidoscope. Kaleidoscope, your correct response. Half of you coming in with the correct response there. Question 7. The 1973 caper film The Sting features the tune The Entertainer, which is written by what king of ragtime? The Entertainer, written by Scott Joplin. Your correct response for number 7. 71% of you got that one right. 3 more questions in this first round. Here is number 8. Dubbed the heist of the century, a diamond heist that took place in 2003 in what second most populous city in Belgium involved the theft of over $100 million of jewelry. This true story, apparently the inspiration for the movie Den of Thieves 2 Pantera. This real life diamond heist occurred in Antwerp, Belgium. Antwerp, your correct response. Question number 9. The 2018 neo-noir heist movie Widows, directed by Steve McQueen, was co-written by McQueen and what Gone Girl novelist? That Gone Girl novelist who is a co-screenwriter of the movie Widows. That is Gillian Flynn. How'd it go? Quite well. 63% of you got it right. Here's our final question in round number 1. What word for an illegal act or escapade appears in the title of a 1981 Jim Henson movie where Kermit the Frog, Fozzie Bear, and Gonzo are journalists investigating a high-profile jewelry heist? That movie is called The Great Muppet Caper. Caper is that illegal act or escapade. And of course, bringing back a theme from many seasons ago, you have just been Muppeted. And perhaps you checked out the movie quiz last week that was all Muppets themed. I wish I could have been there. I was unable to check it out, but it sounded like a lot of fun. Huge Muppet fan here. There is no movie quiz this evening, but make sure you follow at Trivia Man on Instagram for updates about when the next one is heading our way. So that's at Trivia Man. The movie quiz, it will be back someday soon. Let's check in with our standings. We are 1 round into the game. As it stands thus far, we have a tie, I'm sure. In 8th place, this tie with 8 points apiece is between the Mountaineer, Spooky Gravy Season, Swearwolves, the Teutonic Titwillows, tied in 5th with 9 points. The Cheese stands alone, Team 570 8 and the Oslo condition. And tied for the lead currently, perfect scores thus far, 10 for 10. We Drink and We Know Things 12 and 69. 2 for the drinks, 2 for the snacks, and barf. Great first round. So much quiz left to go. Before we get to round number 2, did you know? I bet you did. We do private events in addition to our weekly virtual trivia game and in-person events all around New York City. We also do private events, be they for a corporation or a birthday party. We are happy to be a part of so many of them, and we'd love to work with you. You can reach out to me specifically right there at that email address, meredith@nyctrivialeague.com. I'd love to work with you. Hope to hear from you soon. Let's get into our second category of the night. Round 2 is in the topic of 8-8. Don't tell me. What does that mean? Let's see. In round number 2, each correct answer will feature ATE. So ATE going to come up in the answer. Here's number 1. Drew Barrymore and Adam Sandler have co-starred as love interests in 3 movies. The Wedding Singer, Blended, and what 2004 rom-com about an art teacher with anterograde amnesia? Team 578, lost opportunity here for the title of this category. Our correct answer for number 1 is 50 First Dates. We got that 8 coming up in dates. Question number 2. Since 2020, the weekly podcast Smartless has been hosted by actors Sean Hayes, Will Arnett, and what other actor? In 2024, SiriusXM acquired the podcast for a reported $100 million from Amazon. Most of you knew this one, but those of you who didn't almost exclusively put the same person, which is Nate Bargatze. The correct answer is Jason Bateman. Question number 3. Featuring quotes from the 1988 Western Young Guns, what 1994 hit song by Warren G and Nate Dogg is a notable song in the 1990s rap genre of G-Funk that originated on the West Coast? The song by Warren G and Nate Dogg is Regulate. Regulate, your correct answer for number 3. Tough. Well done. 34% of you getting that one right. Question 4. What is the name for a situation in chess Where a player whose turn it is has no legal move, but is also not in check, thereby ending the game in a draw. That ATE coming up in stalemate is your correct response for number 4. Well done, 87% getting that one right. Here's number 5. Angie Thomas's debut book, What 2017 Young Adult Novel, centers on a Black teenager named Star who witnesses a police officer shoot and kill her friend, resulting in uproar in her community, especially after a grand jury fails to indict the officer. That novel and its subsequent film are both named The Hate You Give, which spells thug with each of the first letters of those words, which I guess is significant within the story. Number 6, often considered as a type of judge with more limited capacity, what M word is a civil officer that normally handles smaller parts of the case, such as pretrial motions, or handles minor legal issues, such as traffic cases? The M word that has ATE in it is magistrate. Magistrate. 90% of you got that one right. 4 more questions in this 8 don't tell me round. Here's number 7. Ajman, Al Quwan, and Fujairah are the 3 smallest of the 7 administrative divisions that make up what Middle Eastern country that has land borders with Saudi Arabia and Oman? Those are the smallest of the United Arab Emirates, UAE. How'd you do? 85% got that one right. One more getting a point right now. If you don't see it, you should now. Question number 8. While women have Skene's glands, what gland found in men that serves a similar purpose in the reproductive system is located below the bladder? The male equivalent of Skene's glands is the prostate. Almost, but not quite a social. Question number 9. Built in Missouri in the 1960s, but designated as a national park in 2018, what is by far the smallest park in the National Park Service at less than 200 acres? Its designation as a national park was controversial as it was perceived to be a way to promote tourism rather than preserve nature. That monument that now has a surrounding area which has been named the smallest national park, very tiny. It is the Gateway Arch National Park. And question number 10. What term that refers to writing or text that is standardized and can be used repeatedly with little or no changes, such as contract templates or computer coding, gets its name from metal equipment used to make certain heating devices? What's that term? Writing or text that is standardized and can be used again and again, named for metal equipment. It's boilerplate. Boilerplate, your correct response for number 10. And that does bring us to the end of round number 2. Let's check in with our top teams as we reach this halfway point of the game. Right now, in 8th place with 17 points, the Mountaineer. Tied in 6th with 18 points, we've got Spooky Gravy Season and Team 578. Tied in 4th with 19, We Drink We Know Things 69 and the Oslo Condition. And tied for the lead with perfect scores thus far, 20 for 20, We Drink and We Know Things 12, 2 for the drinks, 2 for the snacks, and Barf. Our third category here tonight, we are talking all about game time is the topic. Round 3, here's how it's going to work. In this round, game, GAME, will be featured in either the question or the answer. Here's number one. A prequel to The Hunt for Red October. What 1987 book by Tom Clancy is the first chronologically to feature Jack Ryan? Harrison Ford played Jack Ryan in a 1992 action thriller of the same name. That book and its subsequent movie are both called Patriot Games. Patriot Games, your correct answer. Question number two. Spoiler alert. What Oscar winning actress makes a cameo appearance as a recruiter seeking new competitors in the series finale of Squid Game, released in June 2025? This one happened to be my hint of the night. If you all follow me on Instagram, you would have known that at some point this evening, Kate Blanchett would be coming up, and specifically in relation to this appearance. 78% of you got that one right, whether you're big Squid Game fans or perhaps you follow me on Instagram. Well done. I do encourage you to follow me. I give away a hint every single time that we bring you a new quiz, and the next one is coming up 1 week from today. You can find us right back here on Wednesday, October 29th at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. Quiz.nyctrivialeague.com is the place to be. Follow me on Instagram at Trivia Meredith. I'll help boost your score just a little bit next time you play. Our next question in round number three, we're talking game time. Here's number three. The 2002 Grammy winning song, The Game of Love, was a collaboration between Santana and what singer, who had the hits Everywhere and All You Wanted off her 2001 album, The Spirit Room? The Grammy winning song, The Game of Love, is by Santana and Michelle Branch. Michelle Branch, your correct answer. All right, on to question number four. The 1958 NFL Championship game was nicknamed the greatest game ever played, seeing the New York Giants defeated in overtime by the Colts, who were then based in what city before moving to Indianapolis in 1983? Prior to their move to Indianapolis, the Colts called Baltimore their home. How'd you do? Quite well. 78% of you coming in with the correct answer for number four. Our fifth question in this game time round, released in 2025, Sunrise on the Reaping is the second prequel book in the original The Hunger Games trilogy, written by what author? Sunrise on the Reaping, the second Hunger Games prequel, all written by Suzanne Collins. Your correct response for number five. Question six, the 2010 book Game Change by journalists John Heilman and Mark Halperin detailed the 2008 presidential election, including the game-changing decision to select relative unknown Sarah Palin, who held what governmental position as John McCain's running mate? This was adapted into a movie starring Julianne Moore. Sarah Palin was governor of Alaska. Governor, the first one. 85% of you got that one right. Question seven. Mathematician Albert W. Tucker, a notable figure in the subject of game theory, gave what two-word name to the thought experiment involving two partners that can either cooperate for mutual benefit or betray their partner for individual gain, such as two arrested individuals choosing to either testify or stay silent? What did he call that? Albert W. Tucker referred to this situation as the prisoner's dilemma. Prisoner's dilemma, your correct response. 60% of you got that one right. So well done. Question eight. Meaning something important or significant is about to occur. The game's afoot is a phrase coined by William Shakespeare, spoken by what English king in his historical play, a king best known for his military successes in the Hundred Years' War. The game is afoot, a phrase I associate with Sherlock Holmes, but apparently it's a Shakespeare quote. Sherlock quoting Shakespeare. Henry V is your correct answer for question number 8. Question number 9. What actor, known for characters like Jiminy Glick and Ed Grimley, is the host of the 2025 revival of the game show Match Game? Match Game, most previously hosted by Alec Baldwin, currently hosted by Martin Short is your correct answer for number 9. And we've got one more question in round number 3. Here it is, question 10. One of the most newsworthy examples of a short squeeze in the stock market occurred in January 2021 when what company's stock price soared to roughly $500 per share at its peak? That notable short squeeze in 2021. They even made a movie about it. It's GameStop. GameStop's stock. Okay. Let's see how it's going. This was our final question before the picture round here tonight. These are your scores as we head into that final round. Right now, in 8th place with 27, the Mountaineer. In 5th with 28, we have a tie between Spooky Gravy Season, Team 578, and the Oslo Condition. In 4th with 29, We Drink We Know Things 69, and tied for the lead. Perfect scores, 30 for 30. We Drink We Know Things 12, 2 for the drinks, 2 for the snacks, and barf. All right, everybody, that does bring us to our final category, which tonight is in the topic of fictional doctors. In this round, you are going to see 10 stills of doctors from fiction. Your goal is to identify each character for 1 point. On your answer sheet, you'll see all 10 images laid out next to each other. Inside of each image is a number from 1 through 10. And then underneath those 10 numbered images are 10 numbered blanks. Enter in the name of the doctor character on the corresponding numbered blank. You all have 5 minutes to work on this round. At the end of the 5 minutes, we'll see how you did and then move on to our tiebreaker question to close out the quiz. I'll check in with you all at the halfway point, make sure things are going A-okay on your end. Let's do it, everybody. 5 minutes on the clock. Name these fictional doctors. We are at the halfway point, everyone. Hope it's going well for you. Looking for the names of each of these characters. I will point one out in particular. We're looking at number 8. This is the doctor that character is playing. So please don't name the character who's pretending to be a doctor. Name the doctor character that they are. All right. Good luck, everyone. See you back here in 2 minutes and 30 seconds. We'll see how this went. If you haven't done so already, please make sure you submit your responses, starting that countdown timer in just a moment. Y'all put me through the ringer with scoring on this one. So much variety in the way you chose to write your responses. Image number one, that's Jodie Whittaker as the Doctor, or Doctor Who, the Doctor. Number two, from Grey's Anatomy, that is Dr. Christina Yang. Image number three from James Bond, that is Dr. Julius No. Dr. Julius No, or just Dr. No. Our next image here from Cheers and Frasier, that is Dr. Lilith Sternin, or Dr. Lilith Crane, sure. Image number five, that is Hannibal Lecter. Image number six, that is Dr. Evil. Number seven from The Simpsons, that is Dr. Julius Hibbert. Image number eight from Seinfeld, yes, it's Kramer, but Kramer is pretending to be Dr. Van Nostrand. Dr. Van Nostrand. Our next image here, number nine from Scrubs, that is Dr. Christopher Turk. Image number 10 from 30 Rock, that is Dr. Leo Spacemin. Let's see how you did. The toughest one of this round, with 38% of you getting it right, was Kramer, of course, Dr. Van Nostrand. Tricky. The easiest one, with 88% of you getting it right, was Dr. Evil. Well done. That does bring us to our final question of the night, the tiebreaker. As always, your tiebreaker question is going to have a number as an answer, and your goal as you place your response to that tiebreaker is to guess as closely as you can to the correct number, meaning you can guess over or under the number. In the event that you are part of a tie here tonight, whoever is closest is going to break that tie. Here it is. Robin Williams portrayed a fictionalized version of the Dr. Patch Adams in a 1998 movie. How much money in USD did Patch Adams earn at the box office in its opening weekend in the United States? As always, if your team ended up as part of a tie, whoever's closest to that correct answer is going to break the tie. And we will post the results of the tiebreaker over on our Instagram at NYC Trivia League. So keep an eye out to see what ended up happening there. Thank you all so much for being here tonight. I hope that you've had a ton of fun playing with us here this evening. We'll be back 1 week from today on Wednesday, October 29th at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. Quiz.nyctrivialeague.com, the place to be. How much money in USD did Patch Adams earn at the box office in its opening weekend in the US? It made $25,262,280. And of course, our theme for this season came up in this tiebreaker. You have just been Robin. That's right, Robin Williams, coming up in every single game that we bring you here in season 64. More Robins to look forward to next Wednesday, October 29th. Let's see what happened with these scores here tonight and head on over to the winner's circle. Here we go. Finishing up this evening's game in a tie for 21st place with 28 points. We've got Team Cockroach and Team Cockroach, the next incubation. In 20th place with 29 points, we've got everybody, look at my fancy butthole, tied in 17th with 30, the Rubber Yolks, Moe's and Mecco, taking the L train, tied in 15th with 31, Swearwolves and the question marks, in 14th with 32, Jojo Sliwa, in 13th with 33, the Cheese stands alone, in a tie for 10th with 34, Why Not Zoidberg, the Teutonic Titwillows, and Chi-Chi's Forever, in 9th place with 35 points, Team 578, in 8th with 36, the Mountaineer, in 7th place with 37 points, Spooky Gravy Season, finishing up in a tie for 4th place with 38 points each. We've got 2 for the drinks, 2 for the snacks, and Team 578, as well as the Oslo condition, tied in 2nd tonight with 39 points. We Drink and We Know Things 69 and Barf. And our winners tonight with 40 points. We Drink and We Know Things 12. Thank you all so much for being here. I've been Meredith from NYC Trivia League and Quiz Night America. It's been a pleasure hosting for you all. We'll be back 1 week from today. Until then, be well, everybody. And a big thank you to Peter and the rest of the writing team for helping to put together tonight's game. Thank you to Cullen for making this possible. And thank you to Murr and the rest of the Rizio team for creating the software that you all played the quiz on here tonight. Good night, everybody. And we'll see you real